Otumfuo say to Otumfuo
United Kingdom, trade airport to Ghana, and the dome, Modra, Western, Ebisau, Council.
UK trade envoy, but don't maybe. That's how now, young son, not to say out there too, maybe.
Good afternoon to you, Your Royal Majesty, and good afternoon to all of you. My name is Ribeiro-Addy. I am the Member of Parliament for Clapham Brixton Hill and the UK, His Majesty's Trade Envoy to Ghana. We're here in Kumasi visiting various sites, and we are very, very honoured to be able to pay a courtesy call to us. Well, so far I've seen the site of the hospital, which I know you quite generously bestowed the land to be used as a hospital, as it's been said to be a place of healing. And we know that the UK had previously been involved in helping with the funding for this, so we are looking at the hospital, and we've heard about the challenges that there are in terms of making sure that the building is finished. It would be wonderful to see the building finished because we know it's going to serve many people around this area. And soon, after we will be going to Tech, the university, where I know that you are the chancellor.
Joe.
You're welcome to Kumasi, and congratulations also on your new position as trade envoy.
Thank you.
And I'm sure in this turbulent world now, where tariffs and everything is going on, I don't know what trade.
Joe.
How do we find ourselves in this situation? It looks like Africa has been left in the legs. We don't know, because tariffs and China, UK, going to negotiate with Trump and all those things. And so, where do you leave us?
Joe.
And that's the point. Is, we also have to find ourselves in a situation where UK and Ghana, for example, and Africa, for example, also position ourselves to be able to trade in a way that it will be mutually beneficial to the our two continents. Seriously, in this time where we are not sure where the direction of the world is going economically, we would encourage you to I know that Britain is also negotiating with the EU for also certain, after Brexit settlements. So we pray that you don't leave us in the light, because we also have to position ourselves in a way that Ghana and Africa, for example, would also benefit in terms of trade.
Joe.
There's no point in any handouts or aids and all those. It doesn't work for us. It doesn't work. Mutually beneficial trading and industrial trading and all those things will be some of the partnerships. It's something that we are looking for. And investments from Britain to Ghana in terms of agriculture, industry and everything is something that we are looking for. That would also create employment here. We can export to the UK also.
Zero.
Balance the trade deficit is also high here. So you're exporting more to us than we export to the UK. And so the balance of trade, that's why we also have to negotiate with you to see that we can also balance whatever we can export. But before we do that, we also need the direct investments also to be able to also balance the trade. Because in a developing country like ours, we need to develop. I don't think we want to depend on aid and all those things. We are determined to also develop ourselves. We also want to trade with Britain. We also want to balance our accounts and all those things. So what do? You being the trade envoy from Britain to here, you are here to solicit for trading so that you can enhance yours. What do you do for me here also? Something. And more so, you as a person, because it's a two-pronged attack. As you think of Britain, you have to think about me also here. So these are something that I want you to carry back, that we look forward to a partnership where it can develop our country, our economy and everything. Britain have been now colonial past, now we are sisterly friends and everything, good relations and all those things, and therefore we expect, your good has not been good enough to us, and we think we need more collaboration in relation to developing our two countries together. You supported us with development for the airport, standard bank, the maternity block is also there. KNUST is also benefited in a way. So we believe that these are areas that can be done. Collaborate in relation to British investors coming here, infrastructure development like this, for example. Because if we have a company from Britain coming to do a toll road from Accra to Kumasi, for example, and then collect the toll, that would benefit us and it benefits the company in Britain also. That also helps with infrastructure development, because the center here in Kumasi and then agricultural produce and things, driving people coming in with goods and everything, transportation from Accra to Kumasi and then to the north. If you look at the road, for example, infrastructure development, railway development, for example, is also something. So these are all areas that will near to the benefit of the people, near to the benefit of the economy, and to win-win situation. Investors coming to do it here, we also benefit and improve our infrastructure development that also helps with the economy. Those are some of the things that I want you to take back if you've come here. That areas like agriculture, for example, for export, where investors come, we have the land, and then we have the personnel. The universities have trained so many personnel, qualified people here who can't even get employment. Agricultural science, engineers, and all those things. All these people can benefit from investments from there to there, and Britain also can then benefit also in terms of exporting back to your country. So these are all areas that if we are talking about trade, then we have to be looking at. So the trade envoy, my dear, I look forward to more from you and from us also to collaborate so that we can be able to fashion out a program that will inure to the benefit of our two countries. So I thank you for coming, and I know that KNUST, for example, is another area that when you go, I'm sure the Vice Chancellor and the management will take you around to see what is there. We still haven't finished the Convanochi and the maternity block, which is also very important to us. I think when we went to the IMF, it affected a bit, and the continuation of the airport also affected us with the IMF situation. But I still believe that there's more that we can still do. We are managing the IMF program very well. The country is going through that, and therefore, hopefully, I'm sure by the government that by next year we will be free. That will help with our balance of trade and everything in terms of finances and everything. So it's a country worth investing. And I believe so that in the midst of the turbulence in West Africa, Ghana is a country that is more stable, and our laws and the courts and everything are there, open, frank discussions to, in fact, secure investments in a way that any foreign investor coming in is sure that his investment is safe. Areas like mining, for example, especially now that the government has changed the gold law, all those areas that the gold now is being used to balance the foreign exchange. And investments in the mining sector would also be 20% of the product will be converted to cedis and 80% will be exported. And therefore, that also will inure to any investor into that area.
Yo.
We have vast areas that we can look at and that would be mutually beneficial to our two countries. So in this position, I expect more from you, and I'm sure you'll be able to do it, and we would also be able to collaborate in terms of fashioning a program for ourselves. So I thank you for coming today.
Yo.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. As you know, because I've had the honour of meeting you on a few occasions, I am of Ghanaian heritage myself, and so the development and economic prosperity of Ghana is of huge importance to me. So I'm very, very pleased to be able to, in this new role, contribute to that. You mentioned quite wisely the issue of tariffs and the world we live in at the moment, where tariffs are being thrown around like grenades in terms of war. But you'll be pleased to know that the UK and Ghana have a very, very secure trading agreement, which means that there is 0% tariffs on trade going both ways. And because Ghana is a developing nation, we are very careful about how we do this. We ensure that it's not agricultural products that can come from the UK, because we don't want to affect Ghana's very, very important agricultural export. But all agricultural products from Ghana, textiles, for example, they can all move tariff-free into the UK. And for the UK, machinery, other infrastructural materials can move tariff-free into Ghana, and that's the mutual type of relationship we have there, with the hope that bolsters trade further. And yes, it is certainly my role to promote UK companies here in the way in which you described, but I'm equally looking at ways in which Ghanaian companies can bring more agricultural produce to the UK. As you know, we're only 6 hours away. That's a very, very short distance. We are in the same time zone. And I always say that I am someone who will leave on the British Airways flight in the evening on a Sunday. I will land in the morning, I will go home, I will shower, I will change myself, and I'll be back in the House of Commons. So if I can do that, then surely we can have avocado pears coming from Ghana to the UK and be on the shelf in our supermarkets in the same time frame. So there's so much opportunity, and we look forward to working with people right across this region and across the country overall to try and achieve those aims. As you said, Ghana has a huge amount of potential. The stability that Ghana offers and the rich resources mean that anybody that chooses to invest here is making a very, very wise decision. And as you have tasked me with, I'll ensure that I go back and spread that message. Thank you very much.
The last time you were a special assistant to Diane Apple.
I was, yes.
And now you are an MP yourself.
Yes, and we organised a very wonderful speech that you gave at the House of Commons. And if you remember, I told you at the time there were many Ghanaians working in the House, and you didn't quite believe me until we walked through and all the Ghanaians came out to greet you.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. And now you are taking over.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good.
Thank you.
So what's your program like for today?
From here we'll be going to Kwame Nkrumah University. and then I believe we're headed back to Accra after. So we started at the airport, and then we went to the hospital.
Oh, okay.
But I've never actually travelled by road to Kumasi before. It's always plane. So I'm very grateful for the airport. And we
Yeah, because my road is not in good shape.
no, the road is difficult, and the buses sometimes can be very complex in terms of getting people. So we are.
We need someone. Contractor was doing some roads, but if we can look at it from there and have an investment on that side, where I can do a dual carriage or a toll system in there, so that the travel time could be reduced to about 2.5 hours instead of 5-6 hours.
And you mentioned the railway. I think a railway will be extremely important as well.
We're doing an inland port without a connection of railway, and it doesn't work now.
No, it doesn't. It makes no difference.
So that's something that we need to be looking at. And the free zone is also being built up there. And then without the rail,
I'm very pleased you're across all of the issues. I should take you with me back to the UK to
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there is something good.
No, watch it. You just shoot.
Dear Ghana, let me tell you something. The presence of this king has helped Ghana achieve some purpose. If we don't celebrate him to the world, one day we will regret his absence. And that's when we will know how influential he was. This precious king I am talking about is Otumfuo. Nana, please, if Ghana and its leaders don't cherish you, please sit at your throne and focus on your nation, Ashanti, because we love you and we will serve you forever. We love you, Nana. We love you, Otumfuo. Asante man loves you so much. Please take good care of yourself for us. Your grandchildren are proud of you. I know many people wish you death because of envy and witchcraft, but it won't succeed. Thinking of chiefs and ignorant people who speak against you reminds me of your greatness as a king. Even when faced with insults from jealous chiefs and foolish individuals, you remain committed to providing solutions for Ghana without regret. You were born for this, Nana. Truly born for this, Otumfuo.
Yesu